and welcome to the study room with me, Matthew Bentley, and the boy that actually looks like Casper the Friendly Ghost if he was alive, a teenager, and going through puberty.
I've been through puberty, pal.
That's unfortunate, Frank. That's unfortunate.
Hello, anyway.
Alright. So, what have you been up to this week then, Frank?
Well, I've been at school, and we had Monday off, didn't we?
Yeah, that definitely happened. I was hoping for a bit more than that, though.
Well, school's school, isn't it? You just go
Right,
there.
have you done anything other than school?
Well, I bought a beanie hat,
Right.
and I've worn that beanie hat to school twice.
Yeah.
I wore shorts today because it's been really warm.
This is fucking boring, but go on.
Well, I don't normally wear shorts.
Right, it's still boring. I'm wearing shorts. I don't normally wear shorts. You don't see me making a fucking song and dance about it, do you?
No.
What have you done this week that's of any interest? Or have you got plans?
Well, I've watched a few Marvel films.
Right, yeah, I know you have. It's been making me quizzing on the plot for, I suppose it's fun for Frank, but for me it's writing questions. What films have you watched?
I've seen Avengers Assemble, Captain America the First Avenger, and Captain America the Winter Soldier.
What did you think?
I was pleasantly surprised by the First Avenger because everyone I know says it's not very good, or if it is good, definitely nowhere near as good as the second one.
I really liked it.
Yes, so did I, and I was a little bit underwhelmed by the Winter Soldier because everyone said it was like worlds better than the first one, and I thought it only just scraped.
I thought it was really better. I thought it was much better.
Well, it's not. It's not much better. It's better, but it's not.
I think it's much better.
And Avengers Assemble was really, really good.
Did you spot all of Stan Lee's cameos?
I think so, but I couldn't tell you them all. But I definitely spotted them. I commented on every single one.
Oh, okay. I can't remember what he was in first Captain America, actually.
I think he might have been a newsreader. Unless that was in Avengers Assemble.
He was on the news in Avengers Assemble.
Yeah, I definitely saw his cameo in all of them, but...
I can't remember what he was in the first Captain America. Anyway, that's not important. Right, so why don't you tell me who your favourite character is and why?
Well, I'm not sure whether this is someone's theory of Thor being no one's favourite Avenger that's rubbing off on me, but I think Thor might be my favourite Avenger.
I've not heard that theory.
Well, it's a friend's theory that says... he essentially says, I've never heard of someone who said that Thor is their favourite Avenger, so no one has...
Well, what do you like
Thor
about
as
him?
their favourite. Well, he's a god, isn't he? And he has a hammer, which he can use to hit things. And I can relate to that because I have drumsticks that I hit drums with.
It's not quite the same as having a hammer that controls thunder, is it?
Well, not really, but we both hit stuff.
So does the Hulk. Captain America hits stuff. Iron Man hits stuff. You've not thought this through, have you? You both hit stuff.
I just like him. I just like Thor. I mean,
Fucking-
I like all of them.
By that
really.
logic, Mike Tyson and you have something in common.
We're both capable of punching things.
I don't believe you are.
I'm capable of punching things.
Love tap. Love tap is what you call it.
I think I could cause you some pain by punching you.
No.
I mean, not a great deal, but I reckon I could cause you pain.
No fun.
If I
Got a running start.
If I sparked you in the grill, I
Oh,
think
for fuck's sake.
you've just spat all over my laptop.
Well, you yeah.
There we are, sorted. But yeah, if I sparked you in the grill, I'm
Right.
pretty sure you would feel some pain. I wouldn't knock you out, and probably wouldn't knock you down, but you would feel pain.
It'd be like a fly going into a car windscreen.
It wouldn't.
It would.
It wouldn't.
It would.
I'm stronger than I look.
I'm sure you are. And you don't look very strong, so you're slightly more strong than not very.
You know, I went to the gym for about 10 weeks. I worked out.
For about, for half an hour at a time?
Well, half an hour on the weights because I did cardio as well. But I did.
Fuck off, you were water boy.
I
You went to the gym for 10 weeks to act as water boy.
every time I went to the gym, I pushed for the burn.
God.
But usually I had to spend a little bit less time in the gym than I probably would have wanted because I went on a Wednesday night and it was around the time that The Apprentice was on. I don't particularly want to miss The Apprentice because The Apprentice is really good.
Alright. Well, so you've been to the gym, you've watched the Marvel films, you've been trying to attain a Thor godlike body. Well done. You wear shorts now, apparently.
Yeah.
And you are basically Thor because you hit stuff with a stick.
2 sticks.
2 sticks. Well,
So-
Thor's only got the 1 hammer.
Yeah, and I've got the 2 sticks, and my sticks vary in thickness and length.
So you're saying you're more powerful than Thor,
I have a greater range of weapons than Thor.
but you're not more powerful.
No, and I also have a greater range of weapons than Captain America because all he has is a shield that he wangs around. But he can fight really well.
He had guns in the first film.
Did he?
Yeah, he was shooting pistols and shit.
Oh, well. Captain America is known for his shield made out of.
What about
vibranium.
Iron Man?
Iron Man has got many more weapons than I do because, well, he's in a mechanical outfit that can morph weapons out of pretty much anything you can imagine because he's a genius who creates things that have got vast amounts of weaponry.
Do you know, I was given some thought the other day. Do you know who the toughest Avenger is based on facts that I've observed?
I'm gonna go for someone who you wouldn't consider to be the most powerful and go for Black Widow.
Yeah, absolutely right. That's who I consider. Because if you think about it, out of all the Avengers, her and what's his face, Hawkeye, that's his name. I'm just going off the original Avengers in the film. All needed something to help them get as tough as they are. So Hulk and Captain America needed fucking
Serum.
some kind of body enhancing chemicals. Tony Stark needs his fucking suit. I mean, he's useless without it.
Yeah, he's just a bit of an arsehole without it.
I like him, but and then Hawkeye, he limits himself by using a bow and arrow.
But he's really, really fucking good with that bow.
Yeah, I
and
know,
arrow.
but Black Widow's really good with a gun, and I'd rather have a gun than a bow and arrow.
And she's, quite attractive, so that
That
can...
does not attribute to anything.
Well,
I mean, I've never been, I've never seen a boxing match like Muhammad Ali and his opponent go, "God, you're gorgeous. I don't want to smack you." Have you ever seen that happen?
No.
No. There you go. Then again, you've probably never seen a boxing match, have you?
Yeah.
Ah, fair enough. Alright, so that's why I think Black Widow's probably the most powerful. She's not my favourite Avenger, I just think she's
The best.
I think she's the toughest by default, basically. Because everyone else needed performance-enhancing drugs and super suits, and fucking Hawkeye uses a bow and arrow for whatever reason. But yeah, that's not really... I don't know, just thinking about it the other day.
Well, yeah, good.
Yeah. Who do you think the toughest Avenger would be?
Well, toughest, it would probably have to be either Thor or the Hulk, because the Hulk's fucking huge. And Thor is a god, hence he can't be killed.
Yeah, no, but you take away his hammer, it's useless.
I reckon he could punch your lights out. I reckon he could give you a blow.
Yeah, but he couldn't punch fucking Captain America's lights out
He probably could.
without his hammer,
Yeah.
without his powers.
Well,
He
doesn't
needs the hammer to have powers.
Oh, right. Okay, I just thought the hammer was sort of a...
Have you seen the first four?
No.
No. That's pretty much the plot.
Well,
It's
I've
he
seen
loses his hammer.
parts of the first Thor, like when he's in the cafe.
Who do you
and
think
he
the
said
most attractive is?
the most attractive?
Other than Black Widow.
So you mean out of all
Who,
of the
who
all of
would
the
you,
male Avengers?
if you had to do one of the male Avengers?
Um,
Give me a reason.
right, would I be giving or receiving?
Whatever you want.
Right. Well, for giving, I can't really see. I can't really see disadvantages of any of them. I suppose the Hulk because it probably wouldn't touch the sides. So technically,
Touch this. But,
but if I was on the receiving end, I definitely wouldn't pick the Hulk for obvious
no
reasons.
one would pick the Hulk.
But if I was receiving, probably can I pick Captain America before he got serumed?
No.
Right, because he was only
they are all like, with the exception of Tony Stark after they get the superpowers, because Tony Stark doesn't really have powers.
I don't know, probably Thor.
Thor receiving.
Yeah, probably.
The God of Thunder.
Provided he didn't
The God of Thunder. You want to receive from the God of Thunder. That's fucking metal, Frank.
No, would the person who I was receiving it from be able to use their powers?
You see, the thing is, if receiving, I'd pick Tony Stark because he doesn't have powers.
No, but if he was suited up, then there's plenty of things he could do.
He doesn't have a dick hole for the suit, Frank. It doesn't come with a fly.
Fine then, Tony Stark.
He can't wear the suit.
I'd pick Tony Stark.
Alright. Well, you've already said the God of Thunder, now you're backpedaling.
Well, I thought you meant that, Iron Man would be suited up.
You've not thought that through, have you?
No. I clearly haven't.
No.
Well, you put me under a lot of pressure by asking me a question that I didn't particularly want to answer, and I don't want to have too many awkward silences in the podcast.
Well, I'd receive from Tony Stark, obviously, because he's got no powers. It's not going to hurt that much.
Right.
And I'd give it to Thor.
Right, why?
Because he's got that long hair and it gives me something to pull on.
Right. Okay.
Thinking with my head.
Well, you're sort of thinking with your dick.
He's got a head.
Oh, yeah, your dickhead. You're a dickhead.
I'm not the one wearing a fucking beanie, Frank.
You're wearing a snapback, though, aren't you?
Yeah, but I can pull it off.
I can pull off a beanie.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. Anyway, this is just contradiction now.
Yes, I can.
I don't know. Should we just start talking about how I have sex and you don't?
If you want. So yeah. Will you do me a massive favour?
Right.
Will you?
Yes, I know what you're gonna ask. Right.
Will you reach into your pot of sex and get us out some anecdotes? Will you do that for me?
Yeah. Fine.
Great. Right. Let's run the jingle.
Yes, he's done a jingle.
Max's sexual anecdotes. He'll tell you how to do it, so you better take notes. Maxie will put on his specs and reach deep into his pot of sex.
Oh, that's my ringtone. That's my ringtone.
Great. Okay.
Has your dad written that?
I wrote it, and my dad sang it with me.
So you presented these lyrics to your dad?
My dad sort of wrote the lyrics, but I
Right.
did the music.
Your dad wrote the lyrics. That's
Well, I told him what things it should have in it, and he just wrote lyrics that were funny around what I said.
okay. I'm gonna put on my specs and reach into my pot of sex. All right. So just for record, I don't even have that much sex. I just have loads of sex in comparison to you. So
Everyone has lots of
it
sex.
just seems
to
like
me.
I have loads because I'm sitting next to you the entire time.
Now,
Not while I'm having sex. I'm sitting next to you every time I talk about it.
now the thing is, I am so inexperienced. The extent of my experience is covered second base.
What's second base?
It's touching the tits, isn't it?
I don't know.
And I say covered second base because it was it was cloth tit.
God. Oh my God, that's atrocious. Anyway, this isn't about you, it's about me.
Yeah.
Alright, so this story, I don't actually have sex in this story, but fuck it, it's pretty funny.
Is it sexual at all?
Yeah.
Alright, so you are technically reaching into your pot of sex.
The technical part of sex.
The theoretical... Well,
It's always... I don't literally have a pot of sex, Frank.
Do you not put all of the anecdotes on pieces of paper and put them in a jar called the jar of... Or the
I
pot
can
of
imagine
sex?
you doing that.
No, because I haven't had any sex.
I can imagine you doing that when you do have sex.
Which will be probably in the next 10 years.
The day the Hulk walks in. Anyway, so, yeah, so Sunday, was it? Yeah, it would have been Sunday. Yeah, it was bank holiday. So on Sunday, my ex started texting me.
Right.
And she's texting away, and she goes, "I want a." And she goes, my mum's away for work, and my brother's obviously out because it's bank holiday.
Yeah.
And she goes, "I want a cuddle, come over." And I'm putting cuddle in quotation marks because I don't think she meant a cuddle.
Did she mean the sexy times?
Yes, Frank. Okay. So, she goes, "Come over, I want sexy times."
Yeah.
And, I went, "Okay." Getting ready.
Yeah.
Getting ready. Then, you know Danny Meeson?
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes later, he texted me saying, "Go down Castlefields, it's a right laugh, I'm here." Do you know Castlefields?
Yeah, I played there with my band a few years ago. Well, the band that I'm no longer in, but...
Yeah. So, I went down Castlefields instead, and she got right hump on. She was going, I smell better than the pub. I don't know why she immediately went for I smell better than the pub.
Because pubs don't really smell nice. I mean,
yeah, I know,
beer doesn't smell nice, and sweaty blokes don't smell nice.
Well, do you know what? Why don't you go fuck her then, and I'll go down pub?
Well, I don't think you'd appreciate that too much, and she definitely wouldn't appreciate it that much.
I know she wouldn't. I mean, you can't follow me, can you, Frank?
Well, unless that picture that you showed me that night.
Are we back on that?
Unless that picture that you showed me that night was it was given to me against my will, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I just thought it'd be funny. I was drunk. I thought it would be funny.
If that particular picture was tampered with in any possible way for your benefit,
Frank, I really don't. You overestimate how much free time I've got.
Are you capable of photoshopping?
Probably.
Right. Okay. That's the best outcome of that situation.
But I don't have the time. I don't have enough free time where I'd be so bored going, "Do you know what would be fun? Photoshop a picture of my dick so it looks bigger."
That's something I'd do. I'd learn how to Photoshop just to do that.
No, you go do that and send it to women. Get Tinder.
Why the hell would I do that to women if there's any possibility whatsoever of them actually seeing what it actually looks like?
In fact, there's an idea, right? Tinder, right?
No.
You said you don't want a Tinder profile.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make you an imaginary one.
Yeah.
Right? So, what we'll do, we'll make you... We're not going to put this on Tinder, obviously, because you're not... You just point blank refuse every time I bring it up.
Mm.
But we could still make you a Tinder profile without actually making you a Tinder profile.
Go on.
Well, we'll just decide... We'll write down your bio and your interests and shit.
Yeah.
And we'll just do it now. How's that?
We do it right now.
Yeah, I've got a pen. Give me that scrap of paper, I'll write on the back.
That's not a scrap of paper, that's for the hateful Harris.
Yeah, but I'll write on the back. You're not going to use the back of it, are you?
Probably not.
There we go. Alright.
This is sort of detracted from Matty's sexual anecdotes.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to write Frank a Tinder profile. So, age?
17.
Alright, so we're being honest.
Yeah.
You get people who are like in the 20s and say they're like 16. It's fucking weird.
Alright, okay.
So, age, 17, name. You giving a real name? We'll give you a real name. Frank Harris. Frank Harris. Sorry, wait. Hateful Frank Harris.
Shouldn't it be Frank Hateful Harris?
No.
Right.
So, right, interest. Guinness.
Are you not gonna put like a like what my dimensions are, as in like height and weight and stuff?
Height.
Depends what shoes I'm in.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Right now I'm 6 feet.
Right, 6 foot. 6 foot 0 inches. Wait.
Wait, those are in the same measurement, aren't they? They're not separate measurements. 6 foot and 0 inches.
Yeah, they're in the same measurement.
Right, so you're not saying I've got 0 inches of something else, are you?
No, I'm not saying you've got 0. I mean, I've not seen it, so.
Right, okay.
6 foot 0 inches.
Okay.
Weight.
About 175.
£1.
Yeah.
Yeah, 175 lbs.
So about 12.5 stone.
Build.
Pudgy.
Yeah, I was gonna use the exact same word. Pudgy. Pudgy. Pudgy.
Yeah.
Right. So, interests. I've already got Guinness.
Yeah.
Drumming.
Yeah.
Um.
Looking sick as fucking a beanie hat.
Looking like a faggot
That's not nice.
in a beanie.
Alright.
What else? Remembering the name of porn stars. That's a weird thing you do.
Yeah.
Like, fair enough. Remember one or two names.
It's not an interest per se. It just happens.
Like I know the names of one or two that I often go to as kind of like a safe zone. But literally, you just prattle off like 10 different ones at a time.
Yeah.
Remembering the names. I'm not sure if that'll get you laid. Remembering the names of porn stars.
No, it'll probably do the opposite, because
No.
if I was ever in a relationship and I did that, they'd be like, "You don't think I'm attractive? You can go fucking sleep on the sofa."
I once called my ex the wrong name during sex.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, I called her Lauren.
Yeah, you said that in the first episode of this season.
Did I?
Yeah.
Alright.
Back when Matty's Sexual Anecdotes was a collection of anecdotes from your sex life and not making me a Tinder profile that's not going on Tinder.
Yeah, well, shut the fuck up. So, what other interests do you have? We've got dinner, drumming, looking like a faggot in a beanie, and remembering the name of porn stars.
That's not an interest, though.
It is. It is for you. I mean, go on.
Saying my height is ever so slightly larger than I actually am. Because really,
So, are you actually 6 foot, or have you lied about that?
in these shoes, I'm 5 foot. I'm 6 feet in these shoes, but regularly I'm about 5'11".
Lying about my height.
But with like regular shoes on, I'm about 5'11" and a half.
We get the gist. Lying about my height.
I'm close enough to 6 foot that
Yeah,
I can
get
say
on
I'm
with it.
6 foot.
Right. Any other more interests, or shall we just crack on with your bio?
Eating food.
Eating. Drinking.
Converting protein intake into muscle energy.
Breathing.
Thieving oxygen. Which is
Yeah,
something that-
that's what you do.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
Listing. Right, we'll leave it on listing. Give me a bio. Let's write your bio. What you'll do is you give me a sentence and we'll filter it through me.
Okay.
Okay? I'll turn it over. Go on.
Not conventionally attractive white male.
Ugly duckling. Right, so ugly duckling, white male. I'll be a swan one day.
Well, it's a good job I'll turn into a swan, because ducks sacrifice a great deal of attributes for buoyancy, don't they? I mean, they're really, really stupid, and they just float.
If you want a fact about ducks, I'm your man.
Don't say H, or I'll do you in.
I'm not done with the duck bit. About ducks.
Well, you don't even need to be writing this down because it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I know, but this might be worth money one day. When you're a famous drummer.
Yeah.
I'm your man. What was that? Your last bit you said?
Don't say H or I'll do you in. JK. Lol. Right, this is useless. Shall we just go on to the Hateful Harris?
Yeah, it's 25 minutes.
I think that's a good start.
Yeah, I think we've got a pretty good basis for your Tinder. We'll get you a load of bitches, don't worry.
Okay, cool. So you can go ahead and introduce it for us then.
Right, so this is a segment where Frank just gets 5 minutes to prattle on, called Hateful Harris.
Let's run the jingle.
Here's the jingle.
Great. Okay. So I'm going to run both of these by you. I have here a pre-written rant.
Go on.
It's 3 pages long.
Oh,
this is,
for fuck's sake.
But the bit that I was going to read is about one particular thing. All of this is 3 different things that annoy me about social media, and I wrote it for English last year. Would you like to hear it all, or just the bit that I was originally going to read?
Go just the bit you. How long's the bit you were originally going to read? Show me.
It's where the red lines are.
Where the red lines are. So from
To
there, 2 paragraphs. God, go on.
Right. So this is all about sort of social media egos and why I dislike them.
Go on.
Okay. People act as characters on social media platforms. Why? Are people forcing them to do it? Is it in their manifesto for chipping away at the integrity of social media? Or do they just not realise we all hate it?
I can tell you why.
Why?
It's kind of like a world of no consequence where there can be, not necessarily themselves, but kind of a form of escapism where there can be someone else, someone better who they like.
Okay.
So I've just proven you wrong there. We might as well just call it.
Whatever.
We'll call it a day. Fuck.
A staggering and scary 93 million selfies are taken per day, not including the ones that people take before they take what they consider to be the perfect one, which is often shit anyways.
Wait, are you implying that one person takes 93 million selfies a day?
No, not including the ones that people take and discard before they find a perfect one.
Oh, okay, so that's collectively.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that seems pretty low. There's 7.3 billion people in the world.
Yeah, but they're the ones that are posted to social media, and that is just insane because selfies. Who wants to see a self shot of someone who's just?
Depends how much cleavage they show.
Well, I suppose. Okay. People who take a stupendous number of selfies are essentially using photography to say, "I'm better than you."
No, but
this is a perfect example of narcissism.
I mean, it is. Yeah, I'll agree with you there.
Some, though, are worse than others. An example of self-objectification is when someone edits their photos to enhance the appearance of their body. This is apparently a trend in people who have low self-esteem. So again, they're actually playing a character of someone who has self-esteem levels that are through the roof because obviously they're displaying their body.
Yeah, that's just backing up my argument. Right?
Some narcissists might post a photo of their evening meal at every angle possible, showcasing how they've been good this week, and so it's time to treat themselves to something like a 16-inch meat feast pizza. But that's just plain gluttony, and people.
We're bringing the 7 deadly sins,
and people, just don't need to see it.
Alright.
They'll even spam their tweets with photos.
I mean, that could be worse. They could be showing you it after they've eaten it. No one needs to see that.
Yeah, that would be even worse, but people don't tend to do that because most people, even though they are twats on social media, have some shred of decency.
No, don't.
They'll even spam their tweets or photo captions with love hearts and those yellow blobs with faces, the ones with the bulbous eyes, emojis, those things.
We all know what emojis. I'm not your granddad. Don't worry about it.
So people enthusiastically strive to change themselves and create a pseudo-persona to suit their audience. These tyrants of social media will take, I'd estimate, an average of 10 selfies per day, 10 per hour if they're in Wagamama's or Starbucks, stereotypical cool places that don't sell particularly good coffee, food, or don't pay corporation tax.
Right.
They tweet over 50 times a day.
How long is this going on for?
Well, you've been interrupting me, so it's taking longer than it should.
Well, yeah, because that's how it works. You say something stupid, I point out how it's stupid. You then die inside. People laugh at you, and that's it. We do that every week for half an hour. And I'm sorry if I've ruined the magic for anyone today, but yeah, that's how it works. You say something and I interrupt.
They tweet over 50 times per day, listing every muscle they move, and complement this inconsequential event with a picture of an oiled or flexed bicep. Yes, that's narcissism. As if the world would be outraged if they didn't.
Oh, it's
The
not letting me
truth
talk
is,
now.
we don't care about your venti pumpkin spice latte or your muscle progress. It's important to embrace yourself for being yourself.
Singing in the rain.
This is an actual tweet that I read.
Singing in the rain.
Stop trying to be someone you're not. You just look an utter twat. And I thought...
happy again.
And I thought...
I'm laughing at clouds.
I thought,
So
alas,
dark
a
above.
half-decent tweet had found its way to Twitter, but no,
Have a
I
song
looked,
in
and then I
my
realised that sublime 74-character
red
rhetoric was
for love.
disappointingly constructed by one of those sham
Let the
egotists
storm
trying to look good in front of
clouds
thousands of
chase.
followers she doesn't even know.
Everyone from the place.
Right, you know what? Fuck off.
Have
Go
we
on.
done? Have we?
Yes,
we did it up. Oh, fucking hell, that's the plot. Don't swing on me, Frank.
I'm not going to swing on you.
Alright, so,
Really love to, though.
yeah, so that was, going back to the narcissism on social media thing, and being as someone you're not, and being an exaggerated character of yourself. Is that not what we do every week with a podcast?
Not really. I'm being myself.
That's unfortunate.
You're unfortunate.
Right.
Fuck off.
So that's been the study room with me and Frank Harris.
Yeah.
We've learned a bit about Frank today. So yeah, signing off.
Yep, see you later.